since I was little, I, I was very involved in I was in adventures, pathfinders, and I was a Sabbath school teacher for the toddlers. When I when I was 14 or 15, I started hanging out with my friends from school, and little by little I started drifting apart from church. By the age of 17, I was going to parties, clubbing, I did drugs, I drank, I have tattoos, and I stopped coming to church completely. When I turned 18, I was in a 4-year relationship, and it was an unhealthy relationship. I was living with somebody who I wasn't married to, and there was physical abuse, verbal abuse, and I wasn't happy. During this relationship, I suffered a lot. I prayed to God to help me. One, to help me get out of the relationship, which he did, but it took 4 years. And as I was preparing to give my testimonies today, I was going over, about a year ago, I wrote in a journal something that I was going through. And I'm not going to read what it says, but it shows how much pain, I had, and hatred for this person. I suffered a lot. I cried myself to sleep many times. And I would beg. I would get on my knees and beg God. I told him I just wanted to be happy. I told him that to one way or another, I thought I loved this guy, but he was hurting me. So a year ago, I met Pastor Smith. I remember making a Facebook post saying that I wish I could drink my pain away. And he replied immediately, and he said, "Let me pray for you." So he sent me the prayer, and I started crying. And he invited me that day on a Monday, I remember, to our youth reunion. And we prayed, and I met others there, Lily. And I started coming every other Saturday. It wasn't consistent. So I was still doing my party, my drinking, and was coming to church on Sabbath. September of last year, I got out of the relationship. We were still living together, but we still had to deal with each other. So I started coming and tried to get more involved, but I was just still not happy. But my turning point was the day of my birthday. I went out, went to the club, I drank, I got drunk, and that night I cried. I sat down and thought about everything that God gave me another year of life, and I'm here wasting it. I'm here drinking my life away, trying to fix my problems through alcohol. The next day I woke up with a hangover, and it was the worst feeling ever. And I said, I need to do something about this. Either now or it's never. So I prayed, I asked God to give me the strength to tell, because we were still living together even though we were not in a relationship, to give me that courage to tell him to leave. And I did. I was able to tell him to finish it, to close that chapter in my life where I didn't have to suffer anymore. I had been taking Bible studies with Smith. He had gone several days to my house, and he would ask me, when was I going to get baptized? And mind you, I had been baptized before I started my drinking and partying, and but I felt like I needed to be born again, but this time do it the right way. And through prayer, a lot of prayer, and a lot of people here who prayed for me, by the grace of God, I'm here.
Amen.
A month ago, I gave my life to Jesus again, and it is the best feeling ever. I'm happy,
Amen.
and I'm here to stay.
Amen.